Okay, shalom, shalom, shalom. Kwam Yasha'Allah, Koholoim La Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim, Rachahakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and that by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth. We just want to say the water to all the H.I.M and Akwaf that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai to the best of their ability. This is Hanan Nawaf. Just coming at you with another quick lesson. Praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. And yeah, just at the plantation, wanted to hit the record button. And just was meditating on Esau and the type of seed that he has sown. Because everyone has the ability to sow seed as individuals. But as a nation, you can sow seed as well. According to Job 34:29. Where it pretty much explains that the Lord, he deals with nations and he deals with the individual people within those nations as well. But the Lord, he sets up kingdoms and he tears them down and he sets up the next kingdom. And what Esau doesn't understand is that he was set up just for a certain amount of time. You know, Second Esdras talks about 6 and 9 says that Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. And Esau, he has a lot of wicked seed in the planet, and it's been ongoing. He's got that regrowth every year, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? You know how you plant certain things and they just automatically come back. But because certain seeds, you can get something out of a certain seed. You know what I'm saying? Within a couple of months. Say you might plant cucumbers. It don't take that long for them to grow. Watermelons. It's some time, you know what I'm saying? But, it eventually will appear. They say, they have a saying, you reap what you sow, or what goes around comes around. What goes up must come down, But Galatians 6 and 7, it talks about the Lord is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. And that goes into a nation as well. Because Esau, they're starting to reap. I can't say the benefits, but for lack of better terms, they're starting to reap what they've sown. Because you can have, because the Lord he deals with duality. You can sow wickedness, and you'll receive wickedness. You can sow this, and you'll receive righteousness. You know what I'm saying? So Esau, he is wicked. The Bible, the scriptures talk about earth given into the hand of the wicked, faces of the judges thereof, if not, who is he? And when you think about how this country, or we're talking about Babylon right now, the America, so-called, the white people, so-called white people's, sanctuary of law and justice and all this liberty and shit that they talk about. But think about how this place was established. Think about the wickedness that was established, and you have to realize too that scripturally, a thousand years is like a day to the Lord. So this man's rule or reign, it hasn't been going on that long to the Lord, and within 1 hour, the scripture says that within 1 hour, his shit is going to be torn apart. So everything that he's doing is in vain. But it's all prophetic. Everybody got a role to play. Everybody got a lot to play, and Esau is playing out that lot of Daniel. He's that lad in the book of Daniel, that last kingdom. He is the last kingdom. The old Rome back again, man. They're doing the same exact shit they was doing then. Scripture says that there's nothing new under the sun. And you can see just like the violence that they have done is just backfires on them every single time. And see, over time, wickedness increases. Because wickedness is at its, it's got to be at its height. That's me speaking as a man. I know it can get a lot. We're going to see a lot more, wickedness. Don't get me wrong. We're going to see a great amount that has never been seen before. I'm talking about from a standpoint of how much further can this shit go, before the Lord actually comes to destroy this place. Because this place is wicked as fuck. On every level, it's wicked as hell with Esau, Edom, the so-called white race running this place, man. There's no actual justice here. It's just everybody is just out here just freestyling. Motherfuckers is just living the way that they want to live, or the way that they feel like they should be able to live. You got all these false ass religions, all these different doctrines going on, and all this, we should just love everybody and love every damn thing. Wickedness has become a thing that people love. People don't want anything to do with righteousness or judgment or real reproof. They front like they do, but they really don't. Now, individually, if something were to happen to them, say, if they, someone hits their car, they want their car repaired. It's justice. They should repair. It was their fault. You know what I'm saying? You want justice if somebody killed one of your family members. But they have that selective justice. You know what I'm saying? These Babylonians, these Egyptians, because they're biblically or spiritually Egypt. This place is Egypt. But they have this selective judgment that they have about themselves. It's like, they want justice for certain things, but when it comes to straight, flat out wickedness, they're not fighting for it. They're not fighting for chemtrails being in the fucking skies. They're not fighting for their food being tainted with not knowing where the fuck it come from. They don't care. They pulling up at a drive-through. Eating the some shit that's not even food in most cases. They're not complaining about really out here talking about all these fucking school shootings. They out here, no, let me keep my gun. At least some, half of it, because it's really a division. You got, a bunch of them that's like, let's get rid of guns. But you already know the way this man's kingdom run. You think the wicked gonna give up their guns? You think the wicked are not gonna be able to get a hold to a damn gun and do what they want to do? And you don't even need no gun no more. All that shit is a done deal. People will fuck you up with anything they can get their hands on. Motherfuckers is using vehicles to drive into places, man. Motherfuckers you can walk through a damn Walmart and walk through the kitchen area and get a damn steak knife right off the damn rack, man. Open that bitch up and get the jugging people if you want to. We've seen, shit like that happen. You can walk straight to the fishing and hunting area in a damn Walmart. They got hatchets. Man, they got all kinds of shit in there. You can just go right in there and just open it up and fuck somebody up. So, the way that this man's kingdom is ran is just wickedness all over the place. It's just wickedness running rampant. And that's that Matthew 24:12. Because iniquity shall abound, but many shall wax cold. Now, this is one of the things that the Lord spoke of that would be happening before coming. The disciples asked him, what would be going on at the end of this age before you come? Roughly paraphrased. And the Lord lists of things: wars, rumors of wars, pests, earthquakes in diverse places. All these things are happening. King against king, nation against nation. You got uproars of the people. You got divide of the people. And it's just a matter of time. You know what I'm saying? It's just a matter of time. Then you have the dumbest administration here ever. The dumbest administration. You got everybody. You got Donald Trump. This motherfucker yesterday was promoting Jake Paul for whatever he's about to run for, like a fucking YouTuber, man. But he's a reality show host, from The Apprentice. He got Dr. Oz off TV. What's that Shapiro lady? I think is her name. I'm probably pronouncing her name wrong. That lawyer, judge, whatever the fuck she was. She was on TV. One of them, podcast type of. Got Cash Patel from a damn podcast, the FBI director. Got Pete Hegseth, your Department of War. He's from one of them podcasts. So that right there in itself shows you that they're reaping what they've sown, man. They've sown nothing but wickedness with their so-called smart stuff. They're so intelligent, they're so smart, but what did the Lord said that he was going to make the wisdom of this world seem like foolishness, man. Roughly paraphrasing. It's foolishness to the wisdom of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Now they're trying to go to their idols, they're trying to go to their stargazers, their enchanters, and they're trying to figure out a way to get back in the game. And it's only gonna get worse for them. It's not gonna get no better for them. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord has stupefied them. I mean, they've been stupid all along, but they did have. Imagine this administration right now being back when you had, the so-called founding fathers. If they had people this fucking stupid, America never would have been put together, But that's how we know that this is prophecy. You know what I'm saying? The Lord set America up. The Lord set this place up for you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You are the original Hebrew Israelites. He set it up for, first off, a prison camp for you. And again, this is the last kingdom. This is the top dominating continent of Esau's get down, so to speak. But you got Amalek. Now, mind you, you got the Israelis, of course. That's how you know who these people are. It's all prophetic. They're all working in tandem, man. These fucking Edomites, they're all Edomites. The Edomites are the ones that's in power over the planet and talking about nuking people. Nobody else talking about using no damn nuclear weapons like how they talk about that, man. Nobody is gun-ho about no World War III like these people are. And that's the Lord riling them up. Said that Proverbs 21:1, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. He like rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. Because when it comes to water, the Lord can provide it or he can dry it up. Like straight up, man. He can straight dry up a lake like that or a river just like that, which he's been doing. So they can actually meet up over there in the valley to get their asses destroyed, man, to get judged, man. The valley of judgment, Jehoshaphat. Gas prices is through the roof. Everybody complaining. Everybody got a fucking frown on their face. The only people that's really out here still smiling and have somewhat of some joy is these, I guess, the stupid ass teenager age of motherfuckers that really haven't got out here and seen what real life is like. They're not worried about that. All they want is their phone. As long as they got their phone, they able to, Snapchat, go on their social media bullshit. They good. They don't know what's really going on. They're not driving over there. They're not pulling up at the gas pump and seeing that this fucking gas is crazy work. They're not the ones that's having to go into the supermarket or the food market and see like, God damn, you know what I'm saying? Shit done went up $2-3. They're not worried about that. That's on their parents to do. And again, you got other people that's not worried. You got some people that just got money and they don't know what's going on. They don't even ask on a price. Just go, I want that and pay for it. I ask, well, how much is, they're not damn coupons or trying to, no, they're not. Don't worry about that. They just, they got it. And them the only people that's really not worried right off. You know what I'm saying? But see, those gonna be the stupid people that shit gonna really catch them off guard. Because you got the rest of these people, hey, they got to pull up at these pumps, man. They gotta, do what they have to do. And then a lot of now I will say, you got a lot of people that's worried about their military age children. And I say children because I would say sons, but it's not just the sons anymore. It can be your damn daughter getting your pretty ass daughter, your pretty effeminate ass daughter. Because some of these little women, they are feminine, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, they really are low, like how a woman should be acting, so to speak, I would say, as far as their feminine actions. Because, some of them are untainted, so to speak. It's a lot of them out here. You just don't see them like that. You know what I'm saying? Because, and they're really, yeah, I mean, the social media done fuck these people up so much, but there are some feminine women out. Well, I'm talking about to a standpoint where, all right, a damn letter come in the mail, like, you got to come and, see us about your size shoes, your boots, and your fatigues and shit. Come see us. We're going to throw your ass right into, training. Because, see, we had a point where our women were so delicate, they wouldn't even set the, their foot upon the ground. For delicateness and tenderness, that's one of them, Deuteronomy chapter 28. And you got, because I'm out here in Ishmaelite neighborhoods, you got some, I see them, they just driving along, you know what I'm saying, and prettier than a motherfucker, bro. They don't know nothing about nothing, But getting in their Jaguar, they Land Rover, or they BMW, or their Ben, I be seeing them in Bentleys, all kinds of shit. They don't know no other than them getting in their vehicle and just going, and they may they just pretty much they just living. They fathers own the gas stations and shit, the fucking liquor stores, the fucking mechanic shops, so they doing well. I'm in one of these areas right now. I'm gonna pass through, you know what I'm saying, in a little bit, about a little half mile up right here. I seen a motherfucker. I just passed a spot right here. If you've noticed these houses to the right, I just passed. Motherfuckers tore down a big ass house to build another house. They tear down these houses to build up what they really want. You see? So Ishmael in here doing good, but you got those little ladies of theirs. But I doubt it though, as far as like, cause Trump and them, when it straight comes down to, that's how you know this is an Esau and Jacob thing. When it straight comes down to it, they're only gonna be focused on you so-called blacks when it comes to drafting, so to speak. They're not gonna, you think these people are about to be on TV talking about so-called Chinese Americans being drafted, or Iranian Americans being drafted? Like, what's gonna happen? What are you gonna do about it? Because I'm in the Iranian, I just passed through that neighborhood, I'm pretty much in it now. What are you gonna do about these Ishmaelites that's got their flags waving outside of their houses right now? They like, fuck a U.S. flag. Are you about to draft these people? You basically calling them sleeper cells. So when it comes to the Jacob and Esau thing, they're only concerned with you so-called blacks mainly. It's always our name popping up in the fucking news. Oh, the blacks don't want to fight for America. This is a free country, and look at how far you've come. You're able to dunk a basketball and make 30 million. Man, get the fuck out of here. They're not gonna be concerned about. And everybody cars got this dirty ass rain on it. If you could see the hood of this truck, because I'm looking like, what the fuck is that? All the because it rained. Now I get, you know what I'm saying, it's dusty here and there, but no, that when they spray that shit, I noticed when they spray, they done it. I already be knowing it's gonna rain. Like, yeah, it's gonna rain in the next 2 days. They got like a 2-year window. I mean, a 2-day window when they spray this shit, and then it rains hard as hell, and then your car look like you've been through a fucking sandstorm. Anyway, well, back to what I was saying. I wish I could turn this phone around, because I could show you this house over here, Ishmaelite. This motherfucker big as hell is right off this damn golf course. Let me see. Like, damn, I can't do it. I watched them build, because I've been working in this place for a minute. I watched them build a house like 5 years. That's how big the damn house is. It took them 5 years. That shit sweet. I ain't going front. Ishmael living it up in there, man. He's up. And it's a bunch of them. Matter of fact, you know what? Let me do this real quick. I'm gonna go off my little course here just to show you. Well, I ain't gonna be able to see that particular. I think that's probably the biggest house in this neighborhood now, though. But this is Ishmael. You know what I'm saying? Or the Muslims, the Arabs, and where they be living at and shit like that, right? And I watched them build a few of these houses. Now, mind you, they tear down houses to build these houses. Let me take this off real quick, so I can just kind of wave this to show you. That's one. See, they building one back there, and that would be like your normal little regular size, right? But it's still a big ass house. Now this one right here, I watched them build this one too. Check this out. Look how big that shit is with the glass top over that bitch. Look at that shit. That's Ishmael. They tear down houses and shit to build houses. And now this is, somewhat of a regular neighborhood too, though, so it's not like super duper affluent, because it's other affluent. If I were to left right here, see, they're kind of blending these Americans, because see, it's kind of like a between them. You see the American flag, y'all, and you'll see a whole bunch of damn flags or what the fuck flag, and you'll see, so it's kind of like, well, I got this flag, I got, so they both repping in the same spot. But these Ishmaelites, this is over this neighborhood. Look at this mother right here. Now, I've been watching them build this shit right here. Look at this shit. My damn windows is dirty, so that's what I'm saying about that rain. But look at this big ass house. Look at that. Here's another one right here. Look at this. It's Ishmael. That's one big ass crib. See that? This Ishmaelites that's living it up in America. So when you see these little, and I'm telling you, man, them little pretty they some pretty little motherfuckers. Look at this house. This bitch look like a hotel. I'm gonna slowly look at this. Look how big this house is. I'm slowly gonna roll. See, that's Iranian. You see that flag? Look how big this house is. I'm still rolling. Look how big this crib is. That's the center for you. Look how long that motherfucker is. And they off the water back here. See what I'm saying? And then you go on through. I'm gonna just put my camera back up, but you can see what it is. You know what I'm saying? But this is Ishmael, and so they'll get out here and they'll get to talking shit about you know, they'll get out here and protest and be talking about how they don't like this and how they don't like that. But you think these people are not about to leave America? These people are not about to leave here. They're living too good. They're living lovely up in here. Matter of fact, let me drive now through here. I'm gonna cut back now where I gotta go to. At the plantation, but I figured shit, fuck it, ain't gonna, you know, for the sake of, they got these nice parks and shit over here, you know what I'm saying? They can come out here and chill off the water, and you know, Ishmael living good in Esau's kingdom. And matter of fact, better, because right outside of this circumference, you go into you know, north, south, east, or west, a mile or two out, 3 miles out or so, you're gonna come right back into Edomite neighborhoods where, you know, they living all right, but they ain't living like these fucking Ishmaelites. They in here living it up. They not suffering. They not going through anything. They not worried about no motherfucking bills. Again, like I said, normally, you know, I ain't seen, I guess it's kind of earlier, but I be riding through here because they got all these really nice coffee shops. They got, I mean, they living. Look, here we go right here. I'm gonna bust a right here too. That way I can just go back the way I was coming anyway, but I can just show you a little bit more of this shit. Look at this one right here. It's one of them big ass houses right here. Damn. Now this Ishmael neighborhood. Again, you know. And now, mind you, this goes back to a really racist neighborhood too, because this was all Edomites. This is all, matter of fact, this is the area where Henry Ford got started. See? Henry Ford, you see a Jake, it's gonna always be a Jake. I always say that, it's gonna always be a Jake. But Henry Ford, he started his company over here. This is where he started, you know, the very first cars and shit at. So you see, a lot of these houses, they're just big ass old houses, historic houses. You know what I'm saying? But Ishmael, this nigga done came in here, man, and took that shit over. Them Edomites, they gone. They not in here too deep like that no more. You know? See, like you can see these bigger old historic houses. Like these are older houses. Now I watch this house right here. I'm gonna keep coming through here. You see right here where this bulldozer excavator thing is at right here. That was a big ass house just a day or so ago. See right here. So like I said, I wouldn't doubt if Ishmael is gonna build him a big ass crib right here, because like I said, they tear these places down and then they'll build up what they want, you know, because they're living it up here. And check out this little spot right here. This is where, you know, you get into the heart of their little businesses and shit. This is their little downtown and shit. But of course, here you go, you see Eve with the blonde ass hair. Hey, Eve gonna always show up. But check this spot out. Nice ass coffee spot, man, with a bunch of little mamas, and Eve with the blonde ass hair is about to roll up off in here, and they be out here looking crazy as hell, like, you know, they you know, and these people, man. But you know, like I said, this is like, you know, their area, very vibrant area, you know what I'm saying, you know, and you know, they've been dealing with a little bit of crime as all these places are dealing with, because this is the wall of you know, speak, man. It really is. These are places that you never would have heard of, you know, anything happening, because their police are so tight. Like, this is what an area, like, I don't even come out here, you know what I'm saying, as far as I'm just at the plantation now, I'm doing something. But me personally, in my personal vehicle, I would never fucking be out here. Never. You know, I'm not big on, you know, going to, because I know the history of how these people feel about us, man. They'll pull your ass over, you know what I'm saying? They rambling off through your damn car. You know what I'm saying? They asking you 1,000 questions, and oh my, you better have every goddamn thing on point. And see, they take advantage of Jake. Like this right here is like a sneaker spot. Like it's called, one spot is called Legends, but they buy, sell, and trade sneakers because they know Jake doofy ass. You know, see, you see the Ishmaelites, they all up in here. But you can This is how they be getting down, man. They try to live like Jake. They get the haircuts like Jake. They dress like Jake. But in the meanwhile, see, these are just, this is like, you know what I'm saying, they little lofts and shit, you know what I'm saying, little, you know, they living it up in this motherfucker. You come out here, man, shit, an apartment like these motherfuckers right here, gonna easily hit your ass over the head for about $3 grand a month. Cartier store right there. So Ishmael living, man. He's doing super duper in this bitch, man. And again, you see Jake out here, because Jake like nice shit too. You know what I'm saying? You can't get around it. You know, I don't front on Jake trying to go somewhere, and because, you know, just to try and get away and just do something nice, because Jake don't have nothing nice. We don't have no nice shit. But anyway, I'm gonna end out there, man. I'm pretty much at my destination. But you know, it's like one of my little scenic routes that I be taking off the back streets and shit like that, just to you know, get out of really stupid ass traffic for one, but you know, just to see it, man, you know, to see how these people are living as opposed to how Jake is living. So you got, and Jake is in the center of all the wealth with the poorest of all shit, man. Wealth on north, east, west, south of Jake, on all areas where Jake got to go outside of the city and try and do something nice. And it's just nothing but poor shit. And that's how you know we're the Israelites. That's how you know that we're under those curses, man. So I'm gonna end out there. I know it's been you know, my little drive, ranting, you know, but you know, I pray that it was you know, educational or edifying. That, hey, because we're about out of here, man. We're about to go into our kingdom, man. We're about to go into our kingdom, man. You know? And like I said, this is, see, like all this right here, this is Henry Ford. It's actually an underground tunnel behind this museum right here, where he would ride from his, he would drive one of those little old cars that he had all the way down through this shit underneath this place and come up and pop up at his office. If you can see all that in the backdrop right there. You see? Now over here, this is the, you know, the new Henry Ford building, or the new headquarters being built. And they pretty much kind of finished with one side of it. They haven't finished the other side. They, you know, because they're tearing all that shit up in the back. See those cranes? Now, I watched them build this right here for the past 5 years or so. They still haven't finished it, so it lets you know how much money they are actually really putting into stuff like this. Then over here, you know, this right here is the, you know, like I said, the automotive museum. You can go in there and see all that old shit, right? This is all that old museum shit. You can go up in there. They got a train, you know, where you can just get little tickets, you know what I'm saying, and they'll take you around this historic neighborhood. Now, all these houses in the backdrop back over there behind this big ass building, it's like they got it walled in, you know, but this is that new headquarter thing. Big ass building. It's a nice building though, but again, the historic part back over here in the backdrop, if you know, ride down through there, if I were to ride through there, you can see a bunch of old ass 1800 homes still intact, still in great condition. Old ass windmills, you know, shit that they used to really live by, right? See up there? So all this is Henry Ford, Edomiteville. Now it's all Ishmael overall, other than, you know, this certain portions of it, I would say. But Ishmael done took this place over, because like I said, if the police were to be called right now, this particular location, it's gonna be Ishmaelites that's gonna pop. They got Ishmael shit too with the little burkers on, you know, head wraps. So Ishmael are living it up, man. So that note too, when it's the fall of our enemy, man, because Esau is done, man. So I'm gonna end out there. Pray that this was edifying. With that, Kwam Yasha Allah and a Baba Ball.